Hey everybody, welcome to the next Scratch lesson, and today I'm going to show you how you can make your sprites do this. Oh, except for that dragon, he didn't get programmed yet. So we're going to look at how we can modify a sprite like this, doing a costume change, so it could look like they're reaching out their arms to grab something or poke something. Okay, so we are going to first start by removing the code from that ladybug. And actually, I'm just going to delete all these sprites and start over so that we can see. So we're going to go to our sprite library, and we're going to try to pick a sprite that is facing sideways and looks like it's on its belly, because it'll help us in the game that we're making. Because we're going to have them rotate around the screen and move around, and it just looks like they're crawling. So I'm going to go with this beetle. Okay, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on costumes and check out and see that they only have one costume. So the first thing I'm going to do is right click and hit duplicate to make a second costume. Then I'm going to start modifying these little pincers that they have in the front, okay, to grab. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first rotate them, okay, so you can click and then drag that arrow and then move them up. So click, look for that double arrow, grab it, and then rotate your mouse. And then you can kind of put them in a place that you'd like. I'm going to also stretch it out by looking at one of those blue dots. I'm going to pull it out farther. I'm going to grab this one and pull it out farther. Then you can go as far as you'd like. You can also make them touch if you'd like to make it look like they're really grabbing something. All you have to do is click and then move those arrows. And then you can rotate the arms anywhere you'd like and tuck them in nicely into the beetle. And you can make them as even as you can and get as technical as you'd like. Okay, so we're going to go back from here to here is what it's going to look like. Okay, so it's going to look like it's grabbing something. All right, so let's go back to code. Now let's figure out how to code that. We're going to use our space bar in order to control that. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in so you can see this. Space bar. And let me go back to costumes, and I'm going to change the name just so I know. So you have Beetle and Beetle 2. I'm going to call this Beetle Grabbing so I know which one to use. Okay, and you can change the name right here. You just have to click and change. So I'm going to go to Looks, and I'm going to pull out two of these costumes. One says Beetle Grabbing, the other one also does, but we're going to change the second one to Beetle. So we're going to go from Beetle Grabbing to Beetle. Now, when I hit the space bar, you see it quickly change, but then it changes back and then you're stuck. So the reason for that is we need some time in between. So you go to Control and you grab this box and you put it in there to wait 1 second. Now, you can see that it's working. However, I'd like to be able to click faster, so I'm going to bring this down to 0.2 of a second. And that seems to be a pretty good one. So look, I can kind of do this now. Okay, so that works really well. All right, and now I'm going to program my beetle to move. So I'm going to grab 4 of these space bars. Okay, and I'm going to change them to up, down, left, and right. And for up, we're going to go to motion. Move 10 steps. Okay, right arrow, motion, turn right 15 degrees, left, turn left 15 degrees. So you can see that now I am able to move my sprite around like this and turn and move and shoot out my pincers to grab. Really, really cool. And that's why I wanted a sprite that was on its belly, so it didn't look like it was floating upside down. It looked like it was crawling. Okay? Now with the down arrow, you can make that a custom hyperspace button. Maybe your sprite's in trouble, because remember, this is going to be a game, and you want them to go to a random position or disappear for a time. So we'll do this. We'll do random position. Actually, no, we'll do go to X. So we're going to first do point direction 90. Okay? And then we're going to have them sneak down to the corner here. So I'm going to drag out that go to X button. And then we're going to have it hide. show. We'll do a show and hide. So let's bring that out. So we'll have it hide. And of course, if you're going to have it hide, you have to have it show. And then we're going to have it wait for, let's say, a second, and then show again. Okay, so let's see how that looks. So let's see, I'll move them up here. I'll move them around a little. Oh, I'm in trouble. Back down there. That's kind of a cool little hyperspace. Now, if you'd like to add some sounds to your beetle so that every time he shoots out his pincers, you can hear a sound, you can do that as well. You can go to sounds, and I have a pop right there, but I'm going to go and change that. And let's see if there's any good animal ones. There's a squeak. Yeah, there's not much for a beetle or an insect. Maybe a little croak. All right, let's try a croak. Again, you can do whatever you'd like. Start sound croak, and let's put that here. All right, that's pretty good. All right, so next piece, last piece for today. Choose a little themed background. I'm going to go outdoors, and I'm going to go forest. Okay? And now in our next lesson, we will be learning how to add a prey. So our beetle will be our predator, and we'll look for a prey, something for the beetle to go after. Okay? And we'll learn how to make that disappear when he grabs it. We'll learn how to add a scoreboard so that you can keep track of how many times the beetle catches them. And we can make this a cool little game. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.